more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Mama, please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Back and forth with the bullshit. I know I said it before, I don't mean it. It's been a while since I had your attention. So it might hurt to hit it.
Yo, yo. What's good, everybody? Live and direct tonight. Let's get it. Finally got my camera working, so everything should be good to go. Who sings that song? That is going to be Tiesto. What's good, Colin, Paris, KC, Carlos, Clean Conscious. Perfect. This is a great time for me to make sure it's you. Yeah, it is. Okay, awesome. Alright, Clean Conscious, send me your information on Discord. Dude, I literally had 15 plus people reach out. Like, literally, it's been every day, one after one. What's good, everybody? Shay, Anna, The Goat, Pascal, Colin, Love, Dana, Dennis, AI, what's up, Taekwon, Nina, Jordan. Yeah, Tiesto's super dope, man. Super dope. How you guys liking the setup, though, man? Everything's dope? Let's get it. Yeah, man. Sunday fun day. Y'all know the vibes, man. It's 9:02. I'm gonna give a couple more people, a couple more seconds here if everybody can join, and we'll go ahead and rock out. You guys know the drill here. We're gonna continue the giveaways. I changed it a little bit though, so it's gonna be for every 100, right? So as you guys can see here. For every 100, it'll be a $50 giveaway. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Should be right down over. Let me see. Down. It's so hard to point, like with the down that way somewhere. That way. How's everybody's weekend though, man? Let's get it. It's about that time. I also want to say, man, I appreciate every single one of you guys is following my Instagram. 50,000 followers is just insane. I mean, it's hard for me to really understand it, to be honest. To be very honest, right? For those who know, if you go back to the beginning here, I don't even know if we can go back that far, to be honest, but like 4 years and some change. It took 4 years. Never bought a single follower. Never done anything like that. Just consistency, providing actual value. I think what really did it. And of course, the giveaways help, but yeah, it's years and years worth of value. And if you haven't, I encourage you guys to go all the way back to the beginning. Like you guys will see here, like just going back, I don't even know how far this is yet, but the amount of value that is on my Instagram is literally insane, right? Like literally insane, right? Even from trading, psychology, journaling, everything under the sun. You know, I have my favorite indicators here, breaking down a bullish move, trading retest. I mean, anything, supply and demand, like anything you could think of, types of orders, and it just goes on and on and on. Literally, you can go back to my original post, which was this pretty much 2020, right? 2021. So it's been a while. It's been nonstop. I've been posting 3 or 4 times a week, and yeah, man, when the consistency definitely pays off in all aspects of life. You know, whatever you want to do, as long as you stay consistent, you'll make it. But all right, guys, let's get into it. Tonight is Sunday, January 28th. You guys know the drill. Wow, you guys already crushed the 100. We didn't even start yet. Y'all done crushed the 100. Come on, man. All right, let's go ahead and get a giveaway before we start then. I'm going to go ahead and change this to 200. Let's do a giveaway before we start. And yeah, we'll start the night off strong since apparently that's what you guys want to do. So if that's what you guys want to do, let's do it. 50K. There we go. 50K is the key word. Type that in the chat. We'll go ahead and run this giveaway real quick, and then we'll get into the watch list. Let's go. Damn, you guys already crushed that one goal. Let's get it. Appreciate all of you guys, man. Thank you guys for taking time out of your Sunday to come kick it. Thank you guys for smashing that like button. And yeah, let's have a great night tonight. We got a huge week ahead. When I tell you guys this is huge, like absolutely huge. FOMC, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, everything under the sun you could think in terms of earnings is reporting. It's a massive week. I just entered myself as well. All right, I'm gonna give you guys, let's see, 30 seconds. So yeah, let's get it. I'll give you guys 30 seconds here. Got about 20 seconds left, and we'll get going. See, you guys want to start the night off strong. Last time the most, right, we ever had was 359, I want to say, the most likes we ever had. And that, in order for that to happen, every single person in the live had to like. I think that's crazy. I think that's absolutely crazy. All right, it's up. Time's up. Let's go. All right, first winner of the night. I did not expect you guys to crush that 100 that quick either. I did not expect that. Where's my name at? That's all I care about here. Where's my name at? Save myself some money. Luis Rodriguez. You got 25 seconds. Please type something in the chat ASAP so we don't have to wait this long. And you can get your money, man. You can get your money. Go ahead and type your name real quick, just in case you do. Let's see. Luis, where you at, man? Where you at? Let me double check. I'm gonna go back and look. Oh shit! Come on, Luis. Where you at, man? All right, he's here. Cool, awesome. Turn green. You guys can see it's legit. Congrats, Luis. Alrighty, guys. Let's get into the watch list now. Let's do the damn thing. Alrighty, first things first, as always, let's go over this economic data calendar for the week ahead. Before I do this, I do want to say, yeah, I got it, Luis. We're all good. I had to move the goal to 200. You guys know the drill, man. Every 100, we'll go ahead and do a giveaway. So make sure you guys slap that like button. And yeah, let's have a good night tonight. Economic data. We have an absolute huge week ahead, right? An absolute huge week ahead. Starting with Tuesday, January 30th, right? This is when it really all starts. January 30th on Tuesday. We have consumer confidence in JOLTS at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is going to kick off the economic data for the week ahead. That's going to be consumer confidence in JOLTS at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. All right? Now, Wednesday. This is, in my opinion, the biggest day of the week, right? Starts with PMI at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we have FOMC at 2 p.m. and J-Powell talking in terms of the conference at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is going to be the biggest day of the week here. This is going to be Wednesday, January 31st. All right? Biggest day here, most important, most influential. It's gonna be absolutely huge, right? We have tons of catalysts, right? Like FOMC, that's a huge catalyst for the market to either go higher or the market to go lower. So if you guys didn't know, now you know. FOMC is huge. And then going into Thursday, February 1st, we have PMI. That's going to be at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have ISM, which is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So pretty much Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have crazy economic data. Friday, February 2nd, we have non-farm payrolls, which is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have consumer sentiment, which is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is an absolute jam-packed week. Tuesday to Friday, we have big data after big data after big data after big data, right? So my recommendation to you guys is stay away from the swings. We have a crazy earnings lineup as well. I'm going to go over that with you guys right now. But economic data, it's huge. I would stay away from swinging for the most part, unless it's, you know, obviously high risk and you're sized appropriately. I would stay away from swinging for sure. But let's look at this earnings calendar. This is absolutely insane as well. And I'm going to explain to you guys why the data in earnings is so big for this week. Give me 1 second. And just for confirmation, right? Just for confirmation, can everybody see clear? Everybody can hear clear? I know sometimes it likes to get a little wonky, so I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Just put a 1 if you can hear clear, 1 if you can see clear. I want to make sure before we go any further here, everybody's on the same page. Should just drop a 1 real quick in the chat. And we'll go ahead and rock out. Awesome, everything's cool? Cool. Let's get it. Perfect. Alrighty, so this week, right, we have, starting on Tuesday after hours, we have 3 massive reports, right? We have Microsoft, we have AMD, and we have Google, right? The 2 biggest ones on Tuesday are going to obviously be Google and Microsoft. These 2 names, right, hold majority weighting in both QQQ and SPY. They are extremely influential to the market, right? So what we want to see this week is we want to see these on the same page, right? We want to see either both good or both bad, right? That'll be a catalyst for the market to either break new all-time highs or get the much-needed pullback, right? So it's very important that throughout this week, these names are on the same page, right? That is very important, right? What we don't want is Microsoft good, Google bad, right? Boeing good, Apple bad, Amazon good, Meta bad, right? We don't want a bunch of indecision in terms of earnings. We want some solid reports, positive outlooks, and the market will correlate, right? That's what we want. Or fuck it, we want them all bad, right? We don't want indecision, one good, one bad, one good, one bad, one good, one bad. That's not what we want. We want everything on the same page. But these are the biggest ones that I'm paying attention to. Of course, Microsoft. Of course, AMD. Google, Boeing, QCOM, Apple, Amazon, and Meta. These are as big as it gets, right? Microsoft, big as it gets. Google, big as it gets. Apple, bigger than it gets. Amazon, big as it gets. Meta, big as it gets, right? We have all of these giants reporting earnings. This is what the market's waiting on, right? This is going to be the jet fuel to either send us higher, or this is going to be the wedge in our tire that gives us a nice pullback. So this is a massive week. And then you throw in that economic data, FOMC, non-farm payrolls, PMI, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These are big catalysts that are either going to make the market move higher or lower. So this week, definitely can expect to see a big move in the market. Big move in the market equals great value for us. Volatility is great for us day traders. So this week, I'm insanely excited about. And outside of that, every single one of these names, Microsoft, this is a potential A+ setup, right? All of these names I boxed, and even UPS or GM or, say, for example, I seen something else, Starbucks, right? All these names on this earnings report that we usually trade, Microsoft, AMD, Google, UPS, Boeing, QCOM, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different A plus setups, right? Those post earning setups personally are my favorite, right? Get a nice gap up, get a nice gap down. We can take the bounce, we can take the reject, we can take a breakout, we can take a breakdown, right? All of these are potential post earnings A plus setups. And then we have the data thrown in there. This is a bunch of positive or negative catalysts to incite and say, hey, this will permit us to add size and put risk on based off the quality of the setup. So not only am I excited for the market to move, I'm excited for these earning reports based off exactly what I just said. These are potential A plus setups, right? So that's why I'm so excited for this week. Definitely looking to trade these post-earning setups on Microsoft, AMD, Boeing, QCOM, Apple, Amazon, and Meta. Personally, don't really have any opinions. I don't plan on straddling anything. Maybe Meta, right? I might dabble on Meta. Boeing, I definitely think I will do a straddle. I take that back because of all the news surrounding it. Boeing and Meta, I probably will do a straddle. AMD, I might, depending on how the IV looks, but definitely will do a straddle on maybe Boeing or maybe Meta. But it's going to be a huge week, guys. Hope you guys are excited as I am because it's going to be definitely a fun trading week. And I'm very, very, very excited for it. The market is waiting for these earnings, waiting for this economic data. So I'm excited. I'm excited. But let's get into the chart here. Before we do, wow, you guys crushed the next goal. 200 is in the books. Let's go ahead and do another giveaway before we get started with this watch list here. You guys know the vibes, man. Every 100 likes, we'll go ahead and do another giveaway. We just crushed that 200 mark. So let's go ahead and get this thing rocking here. We'll do one more giveaway and then we'll get into the watch list. This title is going to be, let's say, Turbo. Turbo's sitting in front of me, so we're going to make it Turbo. Let's do this giveaway and then we'll get into the watch list. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Turbo, 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 capital T. There we go. My name should be popping up here soon. Where's it at? There it is, right there. Alright, I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds, and we'll rock out from there. This is actually the second giveaway of the night. This is the quickest that we've hit these goals, man. You guys are killing it. You guys are absolutely killing it. Absolutely fucking killing it. So far, we have one winner, Luis Rodriguez, coming up on our second giveaway here, and we've only been at it for what, 15 minutes? We've already done 2 giveaways. Jesus, guys, you guys are making me go broke. You guys are gonna make me go broke. All right, let's run it. Here we go. Where's my name at? Oh, damn, it just passed. My name just passed. No, come back. Where's it at? Paris. Paris. That name looks very familiar. That's my mentee. Okay. Paris, go ahead and type in the chat. You got 20 seconds. This is definitely one of my mentees. Definitely one of my mentees. Paris, 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 Paris. Where are you? Paris, be sure to type in the chat as soon as possible. There we go. She typed in the chat before the timer ended. Love to see that. So Paris is good to go. You guys can see here. Checked off green. It's absolutely beautiful. Alrighty, that's the second giveaway of tonight. Got 2 winners, Lewis and Paris. Congratulations to you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the watch list now. First things first, you guys know we start off with the futures. Let's go ahead and get that started real quick. Speaking of futures, I have my futures account set up. If I see a nice trade, I'll definitely take it with you guys. I'll definitely take it with you guys. It's been a while since I traded futures, but lately I've been trading them again. So we'll see what happens. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Weekly time frame here on ES. We're absolutely cruising. We're absolutely cruising. What I want to talk about though is this daily time frame, right? There's something that really stands out to me here on ES, and it's going to be this big bearish divergence, right? We've made new higher highs for pretty much the past 2 or 3 weeks, right? But if you notice here, stocks going higher, RSI is making a lower high, right? So now we have this big bearish divergence on the daily, big bearish divergence on the hourly, big bearish divergence on the weekly. this is getting a bit tricky, right? Getting a bit tricky. We're starting to see those signs of weakness that we look for. If you guys notice, we have low decreasing volume here, so my antennas are definitely up. And let's go over what we're watching for the week ahead. So ES here, I feel like our work is cut out for us, very clean here. There's nothing really tricky about this chart, right? Very, very simple. We have all these major catalysts, right? So tonight, guys, I'm not going to be very in-depth with my analysis, right? I'm going to give you guys macro levels that I'm watching, either line in the sand levels to the upside or line in the sand levels for the downside, because I am expecting a big move in the market. So I don't want to, give you guys a bunch of intraday levels if they're not even going to be valid if a big move were to happen, right? So first things first here, what I want to talk about is this daily high, right? You guys can see here, this is a very respected level. This 49.34, right? These are these all-time highs here. This is the level I want to watch the upside, right? Two things I'm willing to do here. One is if we get a strong break and hold above 49.35, this opens the chart up for a move back into that 49.50 and 5,000 psychological level. So I definitely want to keep an eye on that to the upside, 49.35. Downside, I like it. I do, right? I do like it. I'm watching a high risk entry below 4,900. I didn't post this on my watch list because it is high risk, but we can look for a high risk short below 4,900. The safer level to go short below is 48.7350. If we get below 48.7350, that is where we can look to go short confidently, back down into this 48.40, 48.50 area, and this is where I'm looking to take my A+ setup for this week, right? If we get this pullback on ES, right, back down into this previous all-time high resistance and this big uptrend trendline support for the third touch at this 48.40, 48.50 area, you guys can see this was very respected. I will be looking for a long entry here, right? So this is my absolute top watch for the week ahead. A pullback into 48.40, 48.50 for a bounce entry on ES and SPY. I would even honestly look for a swing entry here, grab contracts like 2 or 3 weeks out off this daily break and retest. This is my absolute top watch, right? Pull back into that 48.40, 48.50. That simple, all right? Outside of that, I really don't like too much. Just that 49.34 to the upside. If we clear those daily highs, I definitely think we'll squeeze back at that 5,000 area. Downside, watch that 4,900 level for a high risk entry, but the safer entry for the downside is if we clear this structure here at 48.73. That is what I'll watch to the downside, back down into that 48.40, 48.50. But yeah, that's going to wrap up ES here. Let's go ahead and hop into NQ. Chart's a bit trickier, and I definitely want to talk about this NQ chart. Tech in general has been a lot stronger, and if you look at the measured move from the pullback to this expansion that we've seen, NQ and QQQ are a lot more extended than SPY, so I'm definitely favoring the upside on SPY more due to how much it's lagged compared to tech, right? So this weekly chart here, I do want to talk about. You guys can see here, similar scenario as ES. We have a big bearish divergence, right? You guys can see this from this previous high into new all-time highs. We went higher on multiple occasions, but the RSI is making a lower high. This is the weekly time frame, right? Now, if you go down to the daily time frame, you see the exact same thing. RSI is making a lower high. Stocks have made multiple higher highs. So we're seeing a bearish divergence on multiple time frames here. Also, we've seen quite a bit of weakness going into Friday's close off of that supply at 17,800, right? So the game plan this week, right? Very simple here for NQ. What I want to watch, right? What I want to watch here. First things first, right? My top watch, right? What I want to watch here. I want to watch this 17,410 level, right? If we get weak and we break and hold below 17,410, right? 17,410, right? 17,410. If we break and hold below that, I will be confident going short down into the 17,255, and then the 17,150, 17,200 area is my main watch. You guys can see this is that previous all-time high resistance that was very respected. So my top watch here is going to be obviously look to go short below that 17.4 level, go short down into that 17.250, and then look to flip long down into this 17,150, 17,200 area for a bounce or swing entry. This is my absolute top watch. You guys can see how strong this previous all-time high resistance is. Definitely would love to take this trade if the opportunity were to come. So that's my main watch there. Upside, it's a bit tricky, but we can watch a high-risk entry. The high-risk entry here would be above that daily structure here, 17,635, right? So you guys can see here, this is that previous pivot here on the daily. If we can get back above 17,635, I think we can take a nice long entry back into these daily highs at 17,800. 17,800 obviously is going to be the line in the sand here. Those are those previous all-time highs. So once again, main watch here is a pullback into this 17,150, 17,200 area. We can go short below this 17,410 down into that area, but the main watch is going to be the bounce off of that demand. Upside, 17,635, that previous daily structure here for a move into that 17,800. These are the main levels I'm watching going into this big week here. And yeah, that's going to wrap up ES. That's going to wrap up NQ. While we're still on NQ, let's go over to hop over to QQQ. Chart's a bit cleaner here. Let's get straight into it. Hourly chart. Levels that correlate to NQ, right? First things first, I want to talk about this big demand. These are these previous all-time highs here at 413, 414, right? This is my absolute top watch. So the game plan here is if we get a nice clean break and hold below 420, I'm going to look for a short entry below 420, down into 416.50, and then once we approach this 414, 413 area, I'm going to look to flip long and take a relief bounce and enter a swing trade off of this 413, 414 demand. That is my top watch and my game plan this week on QQQ. Pull back into this previous daily highs, look for a bounce entry. That is that, right? Upside, like I stated on NQ, it's a little bit tricky, but I would be comfortable doing two things: looking for that long above that daily structure or watching this 430 level. 430 is this new all-time high resistance. So if we approach this area, there's two things we can do here. If we see weakness in this 430 area, I would be open to a reject. Now, if we get strong, obviously I'm going to stay patient and I'm going to wait for that break and hold above 430 for a long entry. If we clear 430, longs are definitely on the table, right? Let us get a nice clean break and hold above 430, and we can look for pullbacks after that for a new all-time high move, right? That is what I'll watch there on QQQ. Very simple. Just requires a bit of patience, waiting for that pullback in those previous highs or above those daily highs, right? Since we have all these individual names reporting, and this is what I want to talk about real quick, is I feel like a lot of newer traders or developing traders struggle because they don't rotate, right? They trade the same names every day, whether there's a setup or not there, but they're just trading SPY, trading QQQ. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're trading, the same basket of names, just understand that not every day is the trade's going to be present. You have to sometimes go outside of your comfort zone and focus on other names that may have more value, that may be a rotation into, that they're stronger, they're weaker, they have more value, right? That's very important as a trader because the stock selection process is 90% of the work. We're looking for names to trade that fit our system in order to, trade them. And that's how we make money. So it's very important. That's a little tip for you guys. Make sure you're just focusing on the quality of setup versus the name, right? That's very important. Don't marry a stock. It's never your stock. It's never the stock you only make money on. It was just your turn. And that is something I want to reiterate extra hard. People have a massive day. I hear this all the time. Felony, I made 10K on SPX. That's all I trade now. You had a good trade. You might have taken a good setup. But just because you had one big trade on that stock does not mean that's your stock. It was just your turn. Right? Ends up taking it back times 20 because you think you're the master of that stock now because you had a big day. That stock does not give a fuck that you made money on it. I promise you that. So focus on the quality of setup. Don't worry about the name of the stock. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to take a drink and we'll rock out. How many of you guys have done that before? Traded a name because, or focused on a name daily because you're like, oh, I love this stock. I know how it moves. I know this. I know that. How many of you guys have done that before? I've done it before. I can tell you what stock it was too. It was AMD. And for those of you that have been in Honey Drip or my mentee, you guys know in 2022, I made my first 6 figures on a single stock, which was AMD. That year of 2022, I made over $130,000 on AMD, and for a while I was just stuck on it. And same thing with Brett. everybody remembers Brett. He used to trade AMD every day, and now obviously he doesn't. But for a long time, he did trade AMD every day. And even before Brett traded AMD, I was trading it every day. And yeah, it was like you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Alrighty. So we've covered NQ, we've covered ES, we've covered QQQ. Let's hop into SPY here. Let's hop into SPY. So as you guys can see here, we're trading at new all-time highs. We already covered ES. SPY is a very similar chart. Bearish divergence on the weekly. Bearish divergence on the daily. Very, very evident here. Very strong bearish divergence. Low decreasing volume into these new all-time highs. Started to see a bit of weakness on Friday, so I definitely want to keep my game plan open-ended going to this week. No bias. Very, very, very important. What I really want to talk about, though, is this demand, right? This is my main watch. So the game plan here on SPY, we have a very big level at 485. So if we get a clean break and hold below 485, we could take a high-risk entry down into 483. The main watch for downside is going to be 483. You guys can see here, this is a big hourly structure. So if we get a clean break and hold below 483, this is the safer short entry. We can look to go short down into this 480, 478.50 area, and that is my main watch. Look to take a relief bounce off of this 480, 478.50 area, that previous all-time high resistance and support. I will look for a bounce entry here, and I would enter a swing with a stop below 478. That is my top watch here on SPY. Pull back into this 480, 478.50 area. I will definitely look for a bounce entry there. This is a trade I'm looking forward to taking with some size, and this is my favorite setup this week, along with QQQ. Just need that pullback. The upside on SPY, very, very simple. Above this 490 level, right? Reason I want to watch above this 490 level, that's SPX 4900. So I want to see a clean break and hold above 490, and that will permit long entries into new all-time highs at that 500 psychological level. And yeah, that's the game plan on SPY. Below 483, we can go short in the 480. Then we could flip long at that 480, 478.50 area for a swing entry. That is my game plan here. Very simple. Beautiful setup, A+ setup in my opinion if we get down there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. But alright guys, let's get into these individual names. We'll go ahead and start off with coin. Coin. Let's get it. Speaking of coin, crypto. Did anybody enter Bitcoin when I said? Please tell me that you guys entered Bitcoin when I said. I just signaled Bitcoin again, right here, right? We caught this whole move up. I signaled Bitcoin originally at 25,000. Told everybody to buy Bitcoin right here, right? Everybody to buy Bitcoin right here. We see the move all the way back into 50K. On the way up, right? On the way up. I even signaled a second entry on Bitcoin right here, right? And then last week, I signaled another entry on Bitcoin, a re-entry here at 38,000, right? And since that post, we're up roughly, I would say 10%, 12% move then. I even told people to buy Ethereum. Ethereum's moving pretty nice as well. Not as nice as Bitcoin, but you guys can see the rationale behind that, right? Previous resistance, turn support. Massive demand, right? A chart's a chart is a chart. Doesn't matter whether it's crypto, it's Forex, it's stocks, does not matter. A level is a level is a level is a level, right? You guys can see how significant this area was. That is why we went long here on Ethereum. But crypto's been beautiful. I made literally $500,000 last year on crypto. And before anybody says, oh, well, Felony, you did. Here, let me show you something real quick. Before you say anything, let me go ahead and show you something real quick. Right. It's not including my Kraken account either. Can you withdraw it? Yes, I can withdraw it. So everything I say, I promise you, I'm not one of those people you see on social media. Just because I don't post every move doesn't mean it's not happening. That's for sure. That's for sure. But alright, back to coin. Coin. Why do I love it this week? Well, you guys can see here, right? Coin is retesting a massive previous resistance That is now support. This is a weekly break and retest. Absolutely, absolutely love this. So we got that weekly resistance turn support. Beautiful pivot here on the daily, forming a nice daily double bottom. Got nice rising volume from Friday. All the indications, all the hints the market are giving us to go long are there, right? So what I'm watching on coin is two things, right? We're already in this, actually. I picked up equity last Thursday. But what I would watch on coin, right? A pullback into this 118, 115 area for a bounce. This is my main watch here. Or if we clear this structure at 129, get a clean break and hold above 129, I'm going to look for a long entry back into 132 and then 136. That is the game plan here on coin. This is my favorite setup for the week ahead. Either pull back into that demand or above 129 for long entries and target that 132 and 136. I just buy and hold, man. I just buy and hold. That's it. I just buy and hold crypto. That's it. That's it. Just buy and hold. My Kraken account is where I keep my long term. I have in my Kraken account, my Bitcoin average is 17,800. My Ethereum average is 670. But in my Coinbase account is where I swing crypto. So I have my long-term holding on crypto in Kraken, where I don't touch it. My averages are 17 to 8 on Bitcoin and at 670 on Ethereum. I haven't touched them in years. But I use my Coinbase account as my swing trading account, like where I buy and sell within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That way I don't have to mess with my long-term average. I don't have to worry about it. I use my Coinbase, and honestly, those same profits I'm going to put right back into my long-term. So it's just a cycle, you know. Make money and make that money work for you. That's the goal. And then right now, for example, while I'm sitting on my capital, because I have a little bit in Bitcoin, but I sold majority. I'm talking about my Coinbase account. I'll transfer the Bitcoin back into USDC, and I'll use the USDC to get a 5% APY on my money. So if you have Coinbase and you hold their USDC coin, they give you a 5% APY, which is absolutely insane. So I just swing trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't really sell it. Instead of selling it, I just transfer it into another coin. And I'm not a CPA or anything, but I heard through the grapevine that's not selling it, so you don't have to pay taxes on it, which is another great reason to do so. Morella, I do. I have a cold wallet as well. I do. That's where majority of my big capital is, but I keep a lot in Kraken as well. Anyway, that's what I'm watching on coin. 129 for long, so that 118, 115 bounce. That's what I'm watching. Next, we have, let's see here. Next, we have Airbnb. Airbnb. Alrighty. Airbnb. You guys can see here, Airbnb is an absolute beautiful, beautiful chart. We have a nice weekly inverted head and shoulders here. Absolutely beautiful. We're approaching a neckline. It's a very nice chart. Beautiful rising volume here on the weekly. Daily chart looks just as good, right? Beautiful chart here on the daily. Got that big inverted head and shoulders. Nice daily double bottom after retesting this major demand at 132, 130. Absolute beautiful chart here. Friday, we got some news. That is why you've seen that big pop. Close a nice strong candle on Friday on the daily. Hourly is beautiful as well. Game plan here on Airbnb is two things. We're looking for a pullback back into this 146, 144 area for a bounce, or we're looking for a break and a hold above 150, 150 for that second day move. Look for a nice break and hold above 151.5. Nice 5-minute candle closure with volume. Then we can look for those pullbacks and go long into that 155. This is my top watch right along with coin. I absolutely love this setup. First day move on Friday. We're looking to trade that second day continuation or pullback for a bounce into those new highs. And that's the game plan there on Airbnb. Next, we have Tesla. Reason I want to watch Tesla is for a few reasons, right? One is it is a big underperformer, right? And I didn't notice this until obviously this weekend, but Tesla had a massive head and shoulders on the monthly here. I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice it until this weekend, but that was huge. And it played out perfectly. Perfectly. Nasty head and shoulders here. You guys can see we have that left shoulder supply. And what did Tesla do? Rejected perfectly right off of that left shoulder. But Tesla, I'm watching for a few reasons. One is it's extremely weak, right? It's a big underperformer. Very, very weak. closed insanely weak here on the weekly after earnings tanked. Nice rising volume. Daily, nice rising volume. But it's very extended now, right? And for those of you that are big pattern people, right? Big pattern people, let me show you something, right? Matter of fact, who knows what this candlestick pattern is? I personally don't trade these often. I call them inside bars, but there's a technical name for it. Does anybody know that name? It's a bullish something. Obviously, I know what the name is, but I want to see if you guys know. Right? And I'm going to explain why this pattern actually has value, right? The thing with patterns, in terms of candlesticks, are chart patterns, context. Context is everything. Everything. Context and position of a pattern is everything. Perfect. Bullish Harami. Yep. If you go to Google, it'll tell you the same exact thing. Right? It is a bullish Harami. Right? Let me show you guys. Bullish Harami. Right? You have a downtrend, bullish Harami, and uptrend. Right? It's a bullish reversal candlestick. That is what it is. Right? So, what's so important about this candlestick pattern right now? Well, we're trading in demand, right? If you look at this Tesla chart here, we're sitting in a major demand. So this pattern, the context is there. What has happened previously? We held this demand, rocketed, retested, popped, broke it, retested, resistance, reclaimed it, retested, rocketed. We've seen on multiple occasions that this demand here is very respected, regardless either supply or demand, right? So we have a very credible level here on Tesla that shows that buyers were present here, and we have a bullish indication with this bullish Harami, right? So that is why I like Tesla here. There's two things that I'm looking to do with it. First thing is watch this 178, 180 area, right? So Tesla, I'm going to be watching this 178, 180 area. I'm not going to look to take a bounce here. I'm going to look to see if we base off of it, right? We start holding it, and then I'll take a long entry after we maybe fail to go lower or start basing really nice off of this level. Now, second watch is going to be a push back into the supply. Tesla's been very weak. We have yet to test this 194, 195 supply. That's going to be a big watch here. So a few setups on Tesla. They're all very nice, right? First one is obviously going to be that 178, 180 demand. Second is going to be that 194, 195 reject. And lastly, if Tesla continues to show weakness like it has been, we're going to look for a break and hold below 178. If we break this demand here and get below 178, we can look for those pops to short back down into the 170, 165 area. This is a dead chart, right? If we break this 178 area, this 178 level, right? This is a free fall. There is no levels of support down into 170, 165. So this is the main watch here, this 178, 180 demand. We hold it. We can look for long entries. If we break and hold below 178, that's where we can look for short entries down into 170. How come the daily Tesla chart, the last candle is red? I'm going to show you guys why. So this last daily candle, right? Let's look at this. Let's zoom in real quick. I want you guys to look at the top left, right? Top left, right? You go to settings, symbol, colors based on previous bar's close. So if you look at the previous bar's close, right? Tesla closed down negative 1.2%. So that in fact is a red candlestick. If you don't have the colors based on previous close, that's going to change to a red candlestick, right? I like to use it on the actual close. So the close of that candlestick, and that is why, right? So if you have the settings unchecked, that is why that candlestick is red, because it's not based on the close. It's based on the previous close, right? So that's the big difference. But yeah, that's what I'm watching there on Tesla. 178, 180 demand, 194, 195 for a reject, and yeah. Next, right? And I want to point out something, guys. I want to point out something real quick. Coin. This is a potential swing trade, right? Every single watch on my watch list is a potential swing trade, right? This is the first time it's ever been like that, right? I would love to swing coin long. I'm already in equity, but I want to grab options. But this major demand, this daily double bottom, is worth a swing in my opinion. So I'm watching this for a swing trade. Tesla, I'd be willing to swing it if we held this demand. And then, of course, Airbnb, if we break those daily highs and clear that neckline of that inverted head and shoulders, that'll be worth the swing. And then lastly, we have SQ here, which we're already in a swing, right? SQ is the last watch on my watch list here. Beautiful, beautiful chart. And I want to go over a couple things with you guys. First things first, why do I love SQ, right? Well, if you guys look at this chart here, we're sitting on top of the point of control. For those who don't know, the volume bars at the bottom, they represent time frames. So every one of these volume bars at the bottom of this chart represent 1 week's worth of price action. You go to the hourly, 1 hour's worth of volume, excuse me. You go to 5 minute, 5 minutes worth of volume. But the visible range volume profile represents volume at price points. It literally takes a histogram in this graph, it breaks down buy and sell volume and puts it on a graph so it's easy for us traders to read, and it shows us where the highest volume has been traded or the lowest volume has been traded at price points. This is an extremely valuable tool, right? So we can see here on SQ, the point of control, this red line here, is at 63.50, and that is what we're sitting in, that big pocket of demand. We can see that this is an area of interest based off that visible range volume profile. That's the first confluence. Second confluence, right? We have this daily 200 moving average. Very, very respected level of support or resistance if it's above or below it. We have a beautiful daily double bottom. We have another confluence, beautiful bullish engulfing with rising volume. So all, like I always say, guys, I want you guys to understand this. These charts we're looking at right now on my screen, right? On my screen, they're like a book, right? All these charts, candlestick patterns, they're like a book. They tell a story. You just got to know how to read them. I promise you, if you understand how to read a chart, you understand market mechanics, and you can have trading psychology on lock and your risk management on lock, you will become a consistently profitable trader. It's all about the understanding technical analysis. We're all technical traders. You got to be able to understand how the market works in terms of supply and demand, support and resistance, structure. Once you understand that, you can move on to breaking it down in terms of who you are as a trader. What are you comfortable trading? When are you comfortable trading? Why are you comfortable trading that? What times do you perform best? What market conditions do you perform best? Once you narrow all that down, of course, you can get your trading psychology dialed in, and then you can work on risk management, and then guess what? You're consistently profitable because you have the ingredients that are needed to get there. That is what's important, right? That is what is important. But this is why I like SQ. Multiple confluences inside of this major demand. Nice daily double bottom. Beautiful, beautiful chart. Big outperformer as well. Friday. Big outperformer. Nice relative strength here. So what I'm watching on SQ is two things, right? Let's say, for example, some way it pulls back, right? Well, if it pulls back into 60, 61, I'm going to look to add to my swing. My stop loss would be below 60, right? I doubt that's going to happen, but if it does, I would take it. Next, right? We have a major level here at 65.80. How do I know this is a big level, right? Everybody always asks, how do I know this is a resistance? How do I know this is support? Everything on this chart is done visually. There's nothing not to trust. You just got to understand what to look for and when you're looking for it, right? What do we see here? Major resistance. What do we see here? Resistance turns support. Support held again. Support held again. Resistance. Support turn resistance. Resistance again. Resistance turn support. Held again. Rejected Friday at that same level. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different reasons to trust this level. We've seen it was respected regardless of support or resistance. Just give you guys a ton of free game. If it went over your head, it went over your head. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and, break everything down for you because obviously I do want to respect my mentees. But that's the nature of the game, right? So game plan is to look for a clean break and hold above 65.80. All right? Look for a nice clean break. Hold, we can look for those pullbacks and go long on SQ and target that 70 area. If we get above this 65.80, what else is happening? We're breaking this downtrend, right? You guys can see we have a trend line resistance here. The starting point, the connector, third touch, fourth touch. If we clear that 65.80, we'll also be clearing this downtrend. So this is a big level on SQ and definitely a level I want to keep on watch. And yeah, guys, that's my watch list for the week ahead. We've covered ES, we've covered NQ, we've covered QQQ, SPY, Tesla, SQ, Coin, and Airbnb. These are my top watches for the week ahead. We have some absolute beautiful setups in terms of the chart. We have a major week in terms of economic data and earnings. Very, very excited. Personally, think this will be the biggest week of the year, and I'm ready for it. I've been doing my mental push-ups. I'm ready to size up, and I'm super, super, super excited. And yeah, we got a couple minutes left here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple moments. If you guys want to drop some questions, you guys want to drop a topic, I'll be more than happy to cover it. And yeah, I also want to say, man, I appreciate you guys for taking time out of your Sunday night at 9 p.m. to come hang out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys got some value from this. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. You guys can crush the next goal. We'll get another giveaway going. And yeah, man, let's get it. Oh, you did. All right, we crushed the 300. So let's go ahead and knock that out. So we'll make this goal 300. And let's do it. So we'll go ahead and do this giveaway, and then we'll get into the questions and stuff. This might be the last giveaway of the night, depending on what happens. I'm gonna make it. There's 386 people in here. I'm gonna make it 380, right? So if we get to this next goal of 380 within the next 10 minutes, I will give away $380 to one person. So far, we have 2 winners. Lewis and Paris. This is the 3rd giveaway of the night. All you have to do is type in 300 inside of the chat, and you'll be entered. You'll see your name pop up here, and let's get it. I set the goal to 380. If we somehow happen to hit that within the next 9 minutes, then you guys know the vibes, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds, and we'll go ahead and rock out. We'll go ahead and rock out. Let's do the damn thing, man. Let's do the damn thing. I got 10 seconds, so if you haven't entered, be sure to go ahead and enter. Alrighty, time's up. Let's get it. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Dawn Cape. You have 25 seconds to claim. Wow, boom! Love to see it. Let's go. I think that's the quickest ever happened. Dawn, I appreciate you for being so quick. That is for sure. Don't have to wonder, did you get accepted, you didn't. Guys, I just want to reiterate as well. If you ever win the giveaway, right, please be like Dawn. Just type instantly. So we all know you won. You can claim your money and not have us worrying and then put yourself at risk for a reroll and you miss it. Yeah, congrats, Dawn. It's the 3rd giveaway of the night. You guys know the rules for the next giveaway. And yeah, if anybody's got any questions, let's go ahead and end it on that note. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. If anybody's got any questions, let's go. Dawn is on it for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull up our thing here. How's the camera quality? I upgraded it a little bit, finally figured out how to use it, so I'm definitely excited about that. Definitely excited about that. And definitely, I'm going to start posting a lot more live trading content like this. I posted on my Instagram story a while ago, but I have literally 2 weeks of footage I'm going to post for you guys very, very soon. This is all live, right? My face is live right here. My P&L is all live throughout here. My charts live. Everything's live. It's not that edited bullshit you see on Instagram. This is all live, recorded at the same time. And this was a trade from last week. I didn't get a full fill here, but it's still a nice trade. I think I made like $400, $300, something like that. You guys can see I'm filled. You'll see my P&L moving in real time. So hopefully this will help you guys learn through my execution. It's a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. I'll post a lot more of this stuff on Instagram in short form content. And then on YouTube, I'm going to post a lot more long form content. I haven't told anybody yet, but I do have a podcast coming. It's called Sales to Sales. So it's going to be very, 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 very dope. I'm going to talk a lot about, the transition from being incarcerated to where I'm at now. I'm going to talk a lot about business, talk a lot about trading, talk a lot about everything. So it's going to be a little something for everybody. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. But all right, let's see if anybody's got any questions. Let's see what we got. How often are you going to share your recorded trades? I'm going to try to post 1 a week, if not 2 a week. I record my trading every day, but yeah, if I take a red trade, it's going to get posted because there's a lot to learn from losing trades. I talk to myself a lot, so you guys will hear my thought process through those trades, and I think it'll be definitely dope for you guys. Definitely be dope. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. What do I think about Spirit? I would stay away from it. I would stay away from it. It's a name that's trading at all-time lows. A lot of negative stuff trading around. I would stay away from it. I'd stay away from it. How do you claim your prize? DM me on Discord or DM me on Instagram. Instagram is a little bit more hectic. If you want a faster response, DM me on Discord. Chart layout? What do you mean, Carlos? Like my actual TradingView chart? If you want access to my TradingView chart, all you gotta do is subscribe to my Instagram. And you literally get full access to my chart. Every Monday, I copy this link. I post it in the channel on the Instagram. My chart becomes yours. All my levels are yours. All my settings are yours. My whole chart is yours. All of these stocks I have charted are yours now, right? All my levels are there. All my colors are there. All my indicators are there. Everything's there. So all my charts become your charts. Actually, real quick, I want to have a couple more. I want to go over these other names with you guys. So Nike. I want to cover this. I almost forgot. Nike. I like this chart a lot, right? If you look here at Nike, we have a beautiful inside bar here on the weekly. Have nice rising volume we closed with here. We're bouncing off of this big psychological 100 level. And I want to go down to the daily real quick. But this is a swing watch. I'm watching this for a swing, so I wanted to cover it with you guys. As you guys can see here, we have a beautiful daily double bottom bouncing off of this 100 psychological level. Nike, I want to enter a swing trade, right? What I'm watching here on Nike is 2 things. I'm looking for a pullback into this 102 area for a day trade. Or, right, if we pull back into this 100 level, I'm going to enter a swing trade. I would also enter a swing trade here at 102, but it'd be a bit more high risk. If I entered at 102, I would grab, a starting position here, and then I'd finish my position at 100. But yeah, I love Nike, love that daily double bottom off 100. I think we can definitely get at least 104 and then like 106.70 out of this. So this is definitely a top watch for a swing trade going into this upcoming trading week. We have a gap fill above that 110, 175 as well. Massive gap fill. So I definitely want to keep this on watch. Nike is one of my top swing watches for the week ahead. Google, we have earnings, so I don't really talk about that too much. Outside of that, Netflix, I do like a little bit. Netflix above 580, I think could definitely have some value. Netflix we caught on Friday. Netflix was a beautiful trade. We traded it on live Zoom, entered Netflix longs here, and it just was a rocket move into 580. The contracts went over like 800%. It was absolutely crazy. Big move on Netflix. Let's see. You guys gonna make the goal? 328. A bunch of people left. Damn. I'll do one more giveaway anyway. But it's gonna be for $50. So we'll go ahead and do this last giveaway, and then we'll go ahead and call it a night. Let me see here. What is the command? We gotta make a good one. What do we want to do? We're all gonna have a green week, so it's gonna be a green command. So just type green in the chat, and you'll be locked in. My name should pop up first here, and yeah, let's get it. Last giveaway of the night. This is the 4th one. We've already had 3 winners. We have Luis, Paris, and Dawn. Congratulations to you guys. To claim your $50, just DM me on Discord preferably, or you can DM me on Instagram as well. But I definitely prefer Discord. And yeah, man. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in tonight. 9 p.m. on Sunday. It shows your dedication. I appreciate your time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. And if you really want to show love, tag me on Instagram. And yeah, man. Go ahead and run this last giveaway, and we're going to call it a night. call it a night. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and run it. Good luck to everybody. Let's get it. Looking for my name to come up here. I've never won a giveaway. Hopefully one day I will. If I win a giveaway, everybody has to give me $1. So that's a pretty good deal. Drick Trades. You got 25 seconds, man. 25 seconds. 25. Twenty-five seconds. Oh man, you're running short here, man. You're running short here, Drick. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Cool. My man locked it in. It's good to go. And yeah. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there, guys. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you guys. 50K on Instagram, tuning in tonight. And yeah, man, 2024 is going to be a big year for all of this. Like I said, stay tuned for that long form and short form content on live trading. And of course the podcast. And yeah, man, all action this year. All action. Manifesting a bright green week for everyone. And yeah, man, hope you guys have a great night. Peace.
Dreams we